Good morning, good morning. Alright, y'all, per usual, I get these things that I want to talk to you guys about, and the thoughts seem to come in when I'm getting a moment of pause while I'm driving. So I just have a lot going on in my life right now, and sometimes you just have to capitalize on the moments when they arise. Not sometimes, like all the time. And do the best you can with the time that you have. And so that just seems to be the case with my life in this moment. But I wanted to take a moment today to speak to bleed out. And you're probably thoroughly confused by that, but let me explain. So the other morning I made a video. I was making hummingbird food and had to step out into the pouring down rain to learn the lesson that the universe had for me. You can find that in my feed and on my, I don't know if I put it up on my YouTube channel. I'll throw it up there if you want to catch it. But it just talked about, sometimes you just have to get saturated by life and take it all in. The lesson can be in the storm and in the rain. And anyways, I had on a blue shirt. I've washed this blue shirt like many times. It's my I Love Derby shirt. Shout out to all my old mates at Columbia Quad Squad. But so I had this blue shirt, right? And it got soaked. And sorry y'all, it's a little bit bright. I'm trying to keep my eye contact with you, so my sunglasses are off. But anyways, I have a white bedspread, and in my hastiness to make it to work on time, I just threw it on my bed. Right, so it laid there all day. And when I got home that evening and picked it up to put it in the proper place, which I should have just thrown it in the washer machine immediately because it was wet, it had bled out blue dye all over my bedspread. So anyways, took the time to wash that, and unfortunately, I'm so sad, it did not come out. But it got me thinking this morning, and it got me thinking about bleed out, and it got me thinking about how incredibly important it is, right, to be selective about who I surround myself with, about who I share space with, about even more than that, like about what I bring into my container at all points during each and every day. And then I listened to this awesome talk on The Grind. If you guys aren't subscribed to that YouTube channel, Simon Aries, man, the guy is just fire. He is putting out just phenomenal content, him and his team. And you're missing out if you're not listening. But so listening to that, and then looking at the blue stain that is now on my bedspread, like, just really wanted to take a minute to talk to that, because each and every decision that we make, each and every moment that we spend, right, infiltrates our lives in a way that it shapes and molds and affects us. And so if I keep myself in the container of chaos, right, I find that all that frenetic energy saturates my being, and usually I end up becoming very chaotic internally and many times externally, just scrambling, right? If I listen to some empowered dynamite, podcast or YouTube talk like I did this morning, then I get ramped up, I get excited, I get on fire, and then I'm ready to take that out into the world. Most of you at this point know that I'm in recovery. I got 11 years clean and sober, right? And so I'm selective about the places and spaces that I put myself, and I make sure that I surround myself with people that honor my path, right? That don't try to, because everybody has their own path. Like, dude, if you can successfully drink, man, go for it, you know? But I just can't do that, right? So I know I can't do that. So I have an automatic go-to if I'm around people that are drinking and I'm offered a drink, and I just say, I say, I'm allergic. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm allergic. I break out in handcuffs. And that just diffuses the situation, right? But I don't surround myself with people that like push and push and push. I surround myself with people that honor my path. Same in business, right? If you want to be successful, then you need to surround yourself with people that are driven. Like, what motivates you? What inspires you? What are your passions? Like, and it's okay if you don't know, you know, but like, go find it and surround yourself with people that do know, so they can motivate and inspire you as you're seeking on your path, right? And if you are fortunate enough to know what those facets are in your life, then be a servant. Take that out into the world. Share it. Spread it. It's so infectious. That's why I make these videos. Like, that's why I do what I do. Because like, I just love. I love this human experience. I love this life. I love every facet, like good, bad, and ugly, because I'm finding that, you know, there's lessons in all of it. And when we become willing to share our experiences with others, you know, even the hard ones, like even the ones that, those experiences that are crippling and challenging and just want to, you know, kind of drain the life out of you in navigating them because they're so cumbersome. I'm definitely in navigating one of those spaces right now, and it's very personal, so I'm not going to speak to it specifically, but it's really hard sometimes. And so those are super important to share too, right? Because it's like, it's that Me Too thing, you know? Just knowing that you're not alone can be such a gift for somebody in a moment when they're navigating challenge. But going back to bleed out, like what you surround yourself with, who you surround yourself with, what you listen to, what you put in your body in relation to food, you know, really in relation to anything, water, it creates more, like it creates more of whatever that is. So shouldn't you be selective? Like, shouldn't you think about it? Shouldn't you choose with intention to indoctrinate yourself, your life, your moments? Because all we have, you know, I like to talk about moments. That's all we have, our moments on moments on moments. I don't know about you guys, but like, I didn't come to this human experience to be small. I came to step into my greatness. And I do that by being mindful about who and what I surround myself with, and then coupling that with action. And it's amazing. It's amazing how your life transforms when you operate from that space. So I think that's all I have to say about that. You know, and also you bleed out onto others. You bleed out onto others. So like, what are you bleeding into others' lives? Is it compassion? Is it a servant's heart? Is it gratitude? Is it empathy? Is it love? Or is it chaos? Is it gossip? You know, are you tearing other people down with your words? Ooh, there is so much power in the spoken word, you guys. Like, you can speak life and you can also speak death. With great awareness comes a great responsibility. But yeah, so think about that today. Think about that as you go throughout your day. Think about what's bleeding in and what you're bleeding out, and Guys, have an awesome day. This is Ellie Howe, and this is how I roll.